What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Now, in today's video, I want to go over what Bitcoin's price is doing and why I think it could be incredibly important, so I'm watching it very closely. And so with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into the video. Now, what we're going to be focusing in on today is the fact that Bitcoin is currently operating and interacting with the middle of its channel. You guys know that since March of 2024, Bitcoin has been kind of operating within this little channel, not giving us much wiggle room to the upside or the downside. It's been quite a boring summer, but that's rather expected because most summers are boring within the world of crypto, and that's just the truth of it. And so because of that, though, we've been paying very close attention to the interactions within this channel to try to get a gauge of where it's going to go within the channel and try to make some gains while it happens. Now, what I've come to realize is that Bitcoin is doing something right now that seems to be rather familiar, and it could be a good sign for us. Now, what that is that, again, it's interacting with its mid-level liquidity in the middle of this channel between, of course, this resistance and this support. Now, I drew out a little bit of a white line right here. It's not perfectly 50%, but you can kind of get just the rough idea of where this is, because I don't think there's a tool currently that shows you the exact middle of a channel, and if there is one, let me know down in the comments below. But again, you can get an idea of where the middle of this channel is at based off this little white line. And what I want to show you is the last couple of times that we've operated around this white line. So what we can see here is that Bitcoin's price was heading from the top side of the channel all the way down when it got to around this white line. Once it did that, it gave us a bounce and then a continuation to the direction in which it was going, but it kind of had to revolve around this, right? It went like this and revolve, boom, back to the downside. Okay, now going through that again, what we can see before that, coming off the bottom side here, boom, we made a move to the upside, got rejected, came back down, inverse head and shoulders, boom, break to the upside, continuation. The time before that, Bitcoin's price was coming down, came back up, recovered, resistance, continuation to the downside. And so what seemingly is happening is that when Bitcoin's bouncing off the top or the bottom side and then running into that mid-level of either liquidity, of either resistance or support liquidity, it's kind of revolving around it and then trying to continue upwards or downwards in the same direction. And what that would mean is that in an instance like this, what Bitcoin should be setting up for, especially after a fake out to the downside, is that it's made a move to the upside, ran into this level, revolve around, maybe resistance, support, and then trying for a continuation back to the upside. Now, obviously, there's no guarantee that this is going to happen. History does not have to repeat itself, but it definitely does look similar a lot of the times, and that's kind of what I'm banking on right now, is that Bitcoin easily could be setting up this to be some sort of continuation pattern and some type of casual pullback. A few things do support that. One is, more specifically just the fact that we have seen a beautiful reset here from something like our 4-hour RSI. Our daily RSI is also doing pretty damn decent while it's maintaining below the 50% threshold, meaning there's a ton of room to the upside still for this thing to move. And so it seems as if we could be in a pretty damn decent spot for Bitcoin to try to make some sort of continuation. Another thing that I like to pay attention to is what's happening on our Bollinger Bands. On the 4-hour Bollinger Bands, we are still sitting towards the bottom side here. We've not made another extension to the upside, and we're sitting below that 20 simple moving average, so we definitely could make that move there. And then on a daily Bollinger Band, what you can see, let's just clear all this other stuff off. On the daily Bollinger Band, we are still sitting below, look at this, the 20 simple moving average, and at some given point historically we will break it. Look right back here, right? We were below it, boom, then we broke it. We broke out to the upside, and I think something similar could happen here, that if we break that 20 simple moving average, we break back up towards the top side, which is currently sitting around $64,000, which does align extremely well with, of course, the top side of this macro wedge in which we've been tracking, which currently is around 68,000. So that could put us in a spot in which we really start trying to push up towards the upside. And so because of that, what I've decided to do is I actually started doing a little bit of dollar cost averaging. I bought a little bit of Bitcoin here. I actually did mention that again over on my second channel. I gave a couple more fundamental reasons why I'm buying Bitcoin, so again, make sure to go check that out. But overall, yeah, I'm doing a little bit of buying here because I think that this could be a pretty strong time to be buying some Bitcoin. And like I just said, and like I mentioned before, yes, I did actually go over this morning over on the second channel some more fundamental reasons like liquidations, fear and greed, whales, inflows and outflows and stuff. So if you want even more context of what I'm doing, you can go check out my second channel, link down in the description below. But overall, I do think this is a decent time to be buying and accumulating, especially for the long term. Now, the biggest risk is obviously that it just continues downward. I don't really care all too much. I did do some buying on Bitcoin when it fell below $50,000. So realistically, just in this little short term, I am still up. If my purchases were here and I'm doing a little bit of dollar cost averaging here, sure, it might be bringing my average cost up to somewhere around this little area, but it's not that big a deal. I'm not really all too concerned about it. These aren't huge buys. They're just enough that'll make a difference if I am right and its price does go up. Okay, so overall, if you do want to do some buying on Bitcoin yourself, you can use my Margex link down in the description below. Guys, you don't need a KYC, nor do you need to use a VPN from anywhere in the world to be able to use Margex. That means anyone, anywhere in the world can use Margex, and you will get up to $10,000 in trading bonuses and rewards if you do sign up with my link down below. So make sure you do go check that out. And overall, guys, of course, I hope you guys do find value in these quick update videos where I'm telling you what I'm seeing, what I'm thinking, and much more. So last time I'm going to mention it, feel free to check out the second channel down below if you want even more videos from me, or while you are down there, just subscribe to this channel so you will see these updates as I'm releasing them. But of course, thank you all for tuning in, and I can't wait to see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.